Hey guys, it's Jenkins2-in-1 here, and today we are going to be ranking Marvel's Superman. Now, a little bit of clarification on what classifies someone as a Superman. These are essentially Marvel's Superman ripoffs, so the Sentry is a perfect example. However, it's a little bit more lenient than that. Another person that I would consider a Superman is Hercules, simply because he and Thor are considered rivals in many ways, and Thor is kind of like a Superman. So that's why someone like Hercules might be on the list, or someone like Ares, or something like that. So, and this list is made to kind of fill in the gap. As you likely know, I've been adding little comments to clarify and add characters into my Marvel ranking of the Cosmic Hierarchy, and there's a group that I really felt that I needed to clarify called the Marvel Supermen that I put in there. So this video is essentially going to be ranking and explaining those guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off our list at number 19 is Ares and the Forgotten One. Now, Ares is a god in Marvel Comics. However, he's not nearly as powerful as he is in the DC universe. He often is matched up with Hercules and loses, so that just shows his level of power. The other gods in the different pantheons are around this level as well, and are generally a good basis when formulating a list of this sort. Another character that would be right here is, of course, the Forgotten One. He is known by many names. The most common one is Gilgamesh, although that is not actually his name. He is just, it's lost. So, the Forgotten One, he's extremely powerful. He's considered to be one of the lone wanderers of the godly pantheons. And so those characters are just roughly, they start about right here at number 19. At number 17, we have Hercules. Now, Hercules is very strong. However, it should make sense that he's right here because he goes head-to-head with Ares and usually barely has the edge. He arrives on this list just above Ares, and he's just below the rest of them. He's extremely strong, but without some serious power-ups, he doesn't have the feats that some of these other people have, and the levels of power, and his diversity of powers doesn't really put him on the level that some of the other guys are at. So that's why he comes in right here at number 18. At number 17 is Kid Miracle Man and Miracle Man. These characters are kind of weak in comparison to the other Supermen. They don't have the feats that are required by some of the other Supermen to really be on that higher tier of the list. However, they do have the work, super strength, flight, all that good stuff, and they're extremely powerful together. So that's why they come in right here at number 17. Ronan is essentially a lighter version of Thor. He is super strong, has the super powerful hammer, shoots concussive and energy blasts out of it. He has extremely high durability, all that stuff, but it's not quite on the level of Thor or any of the other guys. He does have a lot of feats, which is why I put him above the characters that came before him, but his raw power and just fights against a bunch of powerful characters really don't show him off to be an extremely powerful being worthy of saying he's on the likes of Thor's level or anything like that. So that's why I place him right here at number 16. Hyperion arrives on this list at number 15, not because he doesn't have feats or anything like that, but because when he fights other powered Supermen, he usually loses. And that's because you can see in his fight with Gladiator that Gladiator, not effortlessly, but not very hard. It wasn't very hard for Gladiator. He pretty much just stomped Hyperion pretty easily. He caught his fist, messed with him, and threw him around. I'm not denying that Hyperion is incredibly strong. What I'm saying is that compared to other people, he's not that strong. So that's why it comes in relatively low at number 15. Number 14 is Quasar. Now, Quasar comes just above Hyperion on the list due to his enhanced energy manipulation. He is able to control lots of forms of energy and deal out massive energy bursts. And the whole deal with Hyperion is his power comes from the chemical radiation from the sun and all that stuff. He's just totally Superman. But then Quasar could just manipulate that and beat Hyperion pretty easily. And that's a pretty agreed upon fact, although it's never been explicitly confirmed. But overall, Quasar is just stronger and has better feats than he does. So that's why he comes in just above him at number 14. This is the one character on the list that is actually not a Superman. I just put him here for clarification purposes. And at number 13 is Annihilus. Now, Annihilus is right here simply so I could settle who's stronger, Nova Prime or Quasar. Okay? And I'll tell you why in a little bit. So for right now, Annihilus is right here at number 13. Number 12 is Nova. Now, I know Nova is often considered to be weaker than Quasar, but Nova has done what Quasar could not do. Quasar fought and was beaten and captured and essentially tortured by Annihilus and was shocked, and his energy manipulation was overpowered by Annihilus, and then Nova Prime came in, blasted Annihilus a couple times, and then ripped him apart. And so that for that reason alone, I say that Nova Prime is a more powerful Superman than Quasar is. So, on to the next one. Coming in at number 11 is Gladiator. Now, if you expected Gladiator to be higher on the list, I'm sorry, but there's a couple more people that could be considered Supermen that are in this general area that are more powerful than he is. His power is dependent on his confidence, and at his strongest he can smash planets, but his variety of powers and his fluctuation of what he can do really brings him down. So that's why people like Silver Surfer or Worldbreaker Hulk could just completely annihilate him. So that's why he comes in kind of low on the list at number 11. Starting off our top 10 is Silver Surfer. Now, Silver Surfer, some might think him not to be that powerful, but he's actually extremely powerful. He can easily tank hits from the likes of a World War Hulk or Scar, and he can take on cosmic deities, and he can, with just a swat of his hand, knock the Hulk all the way through a Colosseum, like Thor Ragnarok. He's just insanely powerful, and so I feel like he would just come in just above Gladiator with his immense feats and his vast powers and his light speed attacks and all that stuff. So that's why it comes in right here at number 10. Adam Warlock comes in just above Silver Surfer. Now, this is largely due to his the part he plays in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline and his immense levels of powers he showed afterwards. I just thought that he would just be more powerful than Silver Surfer because he kind of led Silver Surfer in that storyline. But compared to some of the super powerful guys that are coming up, he probably wouldn't fare too well despite being an extremely intelligent strategist. So that's why I placed him just above Silver Surfer at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Scar. Now, the reason why Scar comes in so high up at number 8 is simply because he was able to go toe-to-toe and beat the Silver Surfer in battle, in addition to being able to take on and fight World War Hulk in battle. And so, both of those characters are just immensely powerful, and by that alone, Scar really gets the victory. So, that's why number 8 is Scar. Arriving on this list at number 7 is Antimatter Man. Now, I know you might be thinking, why isn't Worldbreaker Hulk right here? And the reason why Worldbreaker Hulk isn't right here is simply because he's on a whole nother level than Scar is, okay? So Antimatter Man more closely reflects that level, as he was able to go blow for blow with a non-super OP Blue Marvel, because Blue Marvel has gotten much stronger than he was. And the feats that Antimatter Man accomplished when he was fighting Blue Marvel, I feel like he would just really have the edge in a fight with Scar. So that's why it comes in just above Scar at number 7. Predictably, coming in at number 6 is Worldbreaker Hulk. Now, I know some people might be saying, isn't Worldbreaker Hulk the strongest out of all these characters? Yes, if you consider Punch Force, I believe he is physically the strongest. However, he does not have a wide range of powers. He's just strong. So if he could fly or anything like that, then he would definitely get the boost. But for now, he's stuck right here at number 6. Blue Marvel is extremely powerful. There's nothing that would make sense that would beat him. Except for the writer specifically stating that Blue Marvel was meant to be more powerful than Hulk, but less powerful than Thor. And that's the only reason why he's coming here on this list at this point, is simply because the writer himself stated it. He was able to fight Sentry and nearly beat him into submission, which he likely would have if it wasn't for the rest of the Avengers interfering. It was just stuff like that. He's just vastly powerful. So that's why he earns his spot and comes in right here at number 5. Thor arrives on this list at number 4 due to his vast array of powers. He is so strong. He's killed the Sentry, okay? He can teleport through the 9 realms on command. He can escape the gravitational pull of a black hole. He defeated the Horsemen of Apocalypse in one blast. He defeated Boar. His Jane Foster Thor defeated Mangog. Like, it's just, oh my gosh, he hit Galactus so hard that Galactus felt it. It's just, Thor is insanely powerful. The movies don't do him any justice. I love the movies, but Thor is way stronger in the comic books. So if you doubted Thor now, don't. He's so powerful. And so that's why it comes in right here at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Sentry. Now, you probably saw this coming. Who else was going to beat him? Once Sentry merged with the Void, he became entirely unstoppable. No one is going to be able to beat him now. Thor, laughable. Blue Marvel, impossible. Like, Sentry has just become so incredibly powerful And he told the Avengers that he was holding back the whole time when he merged with the Void, that they couldn't stop him. They never could. Like, he's insane. So I'm really excited for the latest Sentry run, and he is currently the most powerful Marvel Superman. But I know what you're saying. There's 2 more left. Who could they be? They're not actually in the category I made at the beginning. I told you about at the beginning of the video, called Marvel Superman. These 2 are not in it. They are later additions to the list that I added. And they're so powerful, they're not even on that same video's comment section. They're on different videos, but we'll get into them in a moment. So on to number 2. Coming in at number 2 is Rune King Thor. Now, Rune King Thor is Thor from an alternate reality that mastered all the power of the Norns, cut out both of his eyes, and hung himself to the brink of death, so he could be twice as powerful as any Skyfather, which it's the same thing Odin did, except he did it way more. So, and then he has the Thor Force as well, and he essentially is just a vast reality warper, more so than Sentry, and he's the most powerful version of Thor that will ever exist. He's just insanely powerful. He became one with the universe. He's almost as strong as Galactus. It's crazy how strong he is. So, and he's also, the reason why he's on this list is because he's a type of Thor, okay? And number 1 on this list is also a powered-up version of another character on this list. So, let's get right into number 1. Coming in at number 1 is God Hercules from Chaos War. Oh my gosh, this guy's insanely, vastly powerful. He was able to go blow for blow with full power Chaos King, who destroyed the entire multiverse except for one universe, okay? And then, when Hercules tricked Chaos King and pushed him into a pocket dimension of darkness, okay, he rebuilt the entire multiverse with his power out of one broken universe. That puts him above, and he was able to teleport Galactus effortlessly to fight for him. That puts him above the likes of Franklin Richards, the Marquise of Death. He's just insanely powerful. And that's why he comes in right here at number 1. Now, if you don't want to count him and Rune King Thor as actual Supermen, which is what I didn't, I just included them because I thought it'd be fun at the end of the list. You could say Sentry's number 1, and these guys are just more powerful beings than Sentry. But that is it. That is my list of Marvel's Supermen ranked. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I really appreciate it. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, hit that notification bell and to be notified whenever I upload. And then you'll see to your left there will be more videos by me, and to your right you'll see links to Aki Dost and CreepMC's channel. They're both awesome. Please check them out. And my little icon, you can click on it to subscribe in the center of your screen. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and have a great day.